What's up,
You know Vistaprint for business cards. But did you
Uh-oh.
know we print everything you need to brand your business?
Did you guys hear that? Judy, do you hear that?
I do hear that. Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Customers can get 20% off their new twin because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.com.
On the U.S.
It's complete chaos. I don't know what that is at all.
Available wherever you get your podcasts. Because what happened here.
Is it coming from a different window?
I don't know. That's
what happened here.
Absolutely crazy. I don't know what on earth is going on, where that came from. Vistaprint just got some free advertising. My mind is like blown. I don't know what was happening there. Somebody's taken over our computers. We've been hacked.
No.
I don't know, guys. Guys, welcome to the Fantasy and Frames Women's Best Ball Tournament. We are drafting in the Hannah Rowland, our current champion division, this afternoon. We have got, I'm going to put the draft board up so you guys can see it because we are kicking off right now. Rachel had the first pick. She is taking JSN. I love it. I love that pick. Alicia was up second. She's got Bijan. Jahmyr Gibbs goes off the board at 3. Guys, welcome everybody who's hanging out with us today and over on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Over on X, wherever you guys are watching, thanks for hanging out. Throw your questions, comments in the chat. Guys, I am Stacy. If you don't know me already, I have got my lovely co-host here, Miss Judy, here from Fangirl Football. She's on the clock actually, so we are gonna let. Oh, she made her pick.
I did.
That is great value with Jamar Chase at the 5. We got McCaffrey off the board. Jonathan Taylor goes. The 8th pick over here belongs to Miss Alina with Trey McBride. I'm so jealous he was in my queue because this is tight end premium. But Judy, how's it going? How do you feel about that Jamar Chase pick?
I was actually after Jamar Chase. I didn't think he'd fall to 5th, but so I do love it. I'm glad that I got to take him.
Yeah, I agree.
So much change in the AFC North, and that's the only coaching staff that that remained the same. And looking through the coaching changes, I'm just like, oh, I think I really, really love the Bengals this year.
I think the Bengals really, really love the fact that Max Crosby is not coming to Baltimore.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt anything for sure. I love that.
I do too. All right, so I'm
now you're on the clock
here. I am, and thank God we have a 60-second clock, so I can decide who I want. I have a few people kind of in my queue. Let's see. Browers went off the way, so he was going to be my next pick. I really kind of wanted Trey McBride there, but that's all right. Let's go with. Oh gosh, this is my first draft of the season so far, and you know what I think I'm going to do? I think, oh, that's a little early. I think I'm going to go. Yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb here.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to do CeeDee Lamb, I think, at 11. Poppy is on the clock at 12. You guys know Poppy if you're part of the Unwind group chat. She is over in the UK. Look at that, 3 tight ends off the board in the first round, Judy. I haven't seen that yet, but I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, and I think Loveland is a great pick. He was the one I was after. I was hoping he was going to make it back around since we weren't even seeing him up yet, but no luck there.
No luck. I think I might do something crazy if it works out, if it stays. Yes. Okay. So Poppy took James Cook. He was next on my list. I think I am going to do something a little insane.
Let's see. George Pickens. All right.
Double stack the Cowboys receivers.
So no matter where those points go, you're going to get them.
I'm going to get them. I can't wait for somebody to snipe Dak Prescott from me in several rounds.
Yeah. So are you worried about a tight end here?
No, not because if those 3 are gone, I think I can get some tight end value a little bit lower. So I think that's kind of where I'm going to probably end up focusing here. If I can't get like a McBride, I like Bowers this year too. Now with, kind of a different system there and with Kingsbury. I like Loveland. I like the Bears off. I hate saying this. I like the Bears offense. I think that's gross as a Packer fan, but those are my tops. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Justin Jefferson dropping to the second. He dropped to the second in our draft from Wednesday also. I'm not really surprised there. I am kind of wondering where Kyler Murray is going to go now that he signed. That's been the biggest news since our draft on Wednesday to today. So I'm curious to see where Kyler is going to go. I don't hate that move for Minnesota, especially with them only having to pay him the league minimum.
I better make a decision here. This one's hard for me.
Guys, so just a reminder, this is our women's best ball tournament. This is our third year drafting this particular tournament. It's a women only to celebrate Women's History Month. That's why we're drafting in March. It's 84 women this year, which is wild. It's our biggest year so far. So excited and so proud that this tournament has grown to this level. And also, if you guys are out there, you're listening, you're watching, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't get a chance to get in yet. I missed the cutoff. There's a standby list. So we've got 7 girls right now, or 7 ladies are on the standby list. And if I can get to 12, so I only need 5 more. If we can get to 12, we're going to open up a slow draft, an 8th division. Okay, so if that's you, if you don't want to miss out, if you've got the FOMO, send me a DM, send Fantasy and Frames a DM, and let us know. We will get you on that standby list. Grab a friend, get somebody out there. Maybe live drafts aren't your deal. Maybe you like slow drafts a little bit more. I go on a rant about slow drafts a little bit later. Not my cup of tea, but a lot of people do like them, and that's totally okay. But if you like slow drafts, I know there's some of you that do prefer slow drafts because I know we've had this conversation a lot of times, but let us know and I'll put you on that list. Like I said, we've got 7 already. So I think we can get to 5. That'll probably start after our very last draft, which is going to be March 30th. That's the Cynthia Freeland division. So you've got some time too. So I'm pretty sure we're going to fill that. So send us your info. We'll get you on the list. Judy, you took Elite Neighbors. I like that.
I did.
That's nice.
I hoping, he's back this year.
Yeah.
So
I think he should be.
Yeah, the changes in New York they seem good.
Yeah. And it was like week 3 that he got injured. So I mean I think he'll have plenty of time.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see, Scattaboo back, how that all plays out. And then they signed Isaiah Likely. Yep. So I like the tight end upgrade there as well. Yeah. It'll be fun. I do love slow drafts. So I might get up on that, put me on that list to take a spot because I am a slow drafter, which is kind of funny. I know it's a big controversy though, whether you like slow drafts or not. We did some of them last year and people were going crazy that had never done it. And I loved it. I love it. It's like, oh, I wake up, I check my phone. It's like, oh, it's time to draft. But some people just can't stand it.
My thing is I just want to set aside my hour and a half, my 2 hours and just knock it out and then move on to the next one. If I get another notification on my phone, Judy, I'm going to throw it across the room. So I don't want any notifications. I just want to be done.
So having like 3 slow drafts going at one time is kind of your nightmare.
That is my nightmare. I would lose it. There's no way. That's
what I do. I get a bunch of them going and then it's like, oh, well, who do I already have here? Because I have no idea who I've drafted.
That's those people that'll like max center all those underdog, like drafts. Yes. And they'll have like a bajillion going at the same time. That literally is. I just couldn't.
That's me.
I couldn't even handle it. Could not do it. No. No, guys, I think Alicia, is that Alicia in the chat? Alicia is drafting in the 2nd spot over here. I should take some time real quick to go ahead and go over who all is drafting with us today in our inaugural champion, Miss Hannah Rowland division. So obviously we're just going to go down the row 1 through 12. We got Rachel over here. We got Miss Tootsie Pop from the Unwind chat. She is also in the chat this afternoon. We've got Alicia Hunt. We've got Amanda Solis here. Obviously our champion, Hannah. Judy's coming in at 5. We have got Cassie Rowe over here at 6. Roxanne, you guys know her, Queen Roxy. She's at 7. Lena is going to be a first-time drafter with us here. She is a really good friend of mine from a networking group I do down here in Tampa. That is his wife. She's participating today with us. Number 8, she is 8. Number 9, we've got Cindy. 10 is Erin. I'm at 11. And then we got another one of our international ladies, Poppy, over here wrapping us up at 12. Poppy and Hannah both in the UK. So I love that we got a little international flavor. We got some other girls that are going to be drafting with us from Mexico down in the Stefania Bell division, which drafts on Thursday, the 19th. So I love that we have women from all over the country, all over the world drafting with us in this tournament.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Right? All right, Judy, you got Travis Etienne here. How do you like that spot in New Orleans?
I love the spot in New Orleans. So I think it's a big upgrade for him. And I'm not too worried about him sharing the backfield too much with Kamara, because I don't even know what's happening with Kamara. Is he still there even? Or is he going to retire?
Right.
I don't know. I guess he's still there, but I'm not too worried about it. I think Etienne has a great opportunity in New Orleans.
I do too.
You like it?
I do like it. Now I'm trying to figure out, okay, like, so Hannah and I are both looking at 0 RB for our draft builds here. We're the only two, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep that going. Do I like what's available here? I can talk about who's available because I'm on the clock. We had this big discussion on Monday about talking about players that hadn't been drafted yet in advance. I don't think I want to go QB. I think I want to wait for some value on that. But you know what might be kind of fun, Judy? You mentioned the Bengals earlier.
You're going to do it, aren't you?
I think I am. Come on down, T. Higgins. Come on down. See, the nice thing about the FFPC is that the roster that we've got to fill, it's a 20-man roster. We're going to go single QB. We've got 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, and a tight end. Lad McConkey was my other thought. So Poppy takes Lad at the 12 there. I know Lad had a lot of issues last year. That whole offense for the Chargers was a bit of a mess. Oh man.
I was actually kind of hoping that, T. Higgins was just going to hang down there and I was going to pick him up on the way back. But if I didn't like ETN so much.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I see in the comments. Achan, I love that comment. He was talking about his name is actually pronounced Achan.
Is it? Because I saw that. And
I think he was just joking that that's who he wants to, he's going to have numbers like that, which is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he is just that receiving, pass catching back that he never really got to be in Jacksonville. But
exactly.
He can be.
No, I like that. I like that move for him a lot, going to New Orleans there. Just saying hey to everybody who jumped in and joined us in the chat over here. We got Nick from Buffalo up there. Thank you for joining us. We got the one and only Mr. Bob Harris. Thanks for hanging out. Jorge, thank you for being in the chat today. Our inaugural champ, we got Miss Angie Hatfield over here. Guys, thanks so much for everybody hanging out with us today. I was worried that everybody would be really busy on a Saturday afternoon,
Definitely. So you took Breece Hall.
I did. I don't know how I feel about that, to be completely honest. I just thought I wanted to go running back there. I thought if I pulled the trigger, I was thinking about him or Devontae Adams. And I was like, look, if you go for wide receiver, you need to dial it back a little bit. I think it might be getting a little too crazy with that 0 RB build. And I just kind of remember from last year, all of my teams that I just went really kind of ham with the wide receivers right at first really kind of suffered later because I didn't have that anchor running back. So out of the ones that were left, I did like Breece Hall the best. I don't know what's going to be going on with the Jets. I mean, who's there? I guess Gino. It's going to be Gino. Gino's back there. That doesn't really fill me with a lot of confidence. So I feel like they're probably going to run a lot. So at least they'll have the opportunity.
Well, they also have Frank Wright as their offensive coordinator, which his time in Indy, all he liked to do was run up the middle, which drove me completely crazy. So, yeah, I think they're going to be running a lot. I don't like the Jets. I don't like the whole situation. And to have their coaching staff would drive me completely insane, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But,
agree.
If they just keep running it up the middle, then maybe we'll get to see what Breece Hall can do.
They may not have the same coaching staff for very much longer. Who knows?
I'm not really sure that they will. And okay, so yeah, let's go into worst case scenario. Are you gonna fire Aaron Glenn?
Yeah.
Early on, he kept his job, but then what would you do? You've got Frank Wright as your offensive coordinator.
Right.
He has kind of shown already that he isn't a good head coach. So, I don't know.
I don't know, man. The Jets, it never inspires confidence. I think, is it just me, or like whenever you take a Jet player for fantasy, you're just kind of internally cringing? Look, even if it's Garrett Wilson, and I love you, Garrett Wilson, I love you so much. It's not you. It's who's throwing to you. That's always what it is. But it just fills me with so much dread. So
me too. Yeah. There are certain teams it's just like, no, I can't do this. And the Jets are pretty much one of them this year.
Yeah. I love how disciplined this board has been right here, because we've got our first quarterback coming off the board in the 4th with Josh Allen going to Alicia. I think that's great value. I'm just looking at her stack right now. She's got Bijan, Ken Walker, which I was curious to see where Ken Walker is going to go now that he's in Kansas City. And then Nico and Josh there. I like that. I like that build a lot. I think these are all like really good teams. Even the ones that are unfortunately auto drafting.
Yeah.
But they all look really good. There's a lot. There's going to be a lot of fun teams in this division. I think this is going to be a tough one.
Definitely. What do you think of Walker in Kansas City?
Oh my gosh. So I love it. I love that spot for him. I think that's what they've been missing for a long time. And especially, look, right, you've got the injury concerns, which I'm very well aware of. I've never really been one to kind of jump to take Ken Walker. But I think this year you're going to be missing Mahomes for a while. Who's going to be their quarterback? I mean, it's going to be the kid that was there last year, right? I'd have to pull up a depth chart. Somebody in the chat knows. But yeah, like I'm not filled with confidence there, in their passing game. So I think at least for the first part of the season until Mahomes comes back, I think it's the Ken Walker show. And if he can stay healthy, if he can kind of keep, going with how he finished the season, Super Bowl MVP, like absolutely just crushed it in the Super Bowl. So I'm happy with that. I think that's great for him, right? It's not Minshew anymore. I know it's not Minshew. Unfortunately, it's not Minshew anymore.
Yeah.
Poor Gardner Minshew. Where did he sign?
I've got I printed out the depth chart, and there's actually no one listed. So maybe they actually haven't signed somebody yet.
They have. Are there any of the receivers that can play that played like quarterback in high school or something? Like, is that him? That's going to be what's going on today.
I don't know. No, I love on this depth chart too. The Raiders do not have a quarterback. There's there's literally nobody listed as their quarterback.
Where did Ian O'Connell go? Obviously they got rid of him, but like, is he floating around somewhere?
He must be.
I
don't know where he is
now.
Yeah.
Judy is dedicated. Judy, you printed out the depth charts. I love that.
I kind of start there. What situations do I like? And, it's really hard for the rookies right now, because the rookies they're all about what situation they get drafted into. Yep. And I see that we're coming up on some of the rookies that are in our list here on FFPC. So we're going to be coming up on Carnell Tate to see if, is anyone going to take him? What are we going to do? But I need to make a decision now because I'm on the clock. Okay. So the first rookie off the board, Aaron took Jeremiah Love. Not surprising that he's going to go in the second round. Oh, I even missed that.
I did too. I was looking for. I was like,
that's
where
the best one.
Yeah. I think that's the one you kind of feel more confident about. I mean, of course, like he could always end up in a bad situation like Ashton Genty did last year with basically no offensive line and just getting, destroyed every time he gets the ball. Judy.
Yeah.
Judy, how dare you? How dare you take my Tucker Kraft mac and cheese?
The double tapping
tight end. I love it. I love it though. Tyler Ward and Tucker Kraft. That might be, those might be my favorite picks of the whole draft. We could just stop now.
Well, thank you.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Now I've got to look and be like, oh God, who am I going to take now? Oh my goodness.
Now there's going to be a little run on the tight ends.
There definitely is. Yeah.
We've got the top 6 gone, or you're going to go really late and see if there's somebody down there, which I haven't actually looked at too much. This is a hard time of year to be drafting because I don't know all of my, players that are way down there. Isaiah Likely, I don't mind. You still have some good ones. Brenton Strange, Isaiah Likely, Hunter Henry are still down there.
Those guys, I like, Judy, I think our minds must be like melded because those were guys that I was so high on last year at value because you could get them for almost free. Like Hunter Henry, you were getting at the end of drafts. Brenton Strange, everybody was forgetting about that he was in Jacksonville with literally no competition at all. So I absolutely 100% with all those guys. Is it a quarterback run? That's what we're doing now. We got Lamar, Drake, Stafford, MVP Stafford, Cindy. Love you showing some Stafford some love there because you were getting him for free last year. Joe Burrow.
I am surprised he's going so high this year.
I
think we've all forgotten about his back injury. And
yes,
he's getting kind of older.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and cave to the tight end peer pressure. I'm gonna take Laporta.
All right.
Love me some Sam Laporta.
Yeah, definitely.
So did you know, I wrote an article this week for over on Player Profiler, and it was Stafford was listening. It was like players that we got wrong in 2025, and wrong in like a good way for Stafford, right? Because we were all taking him so low because we were terrified of the back injury, and then obviously he's MVP. But I learned more about that trailer that they brought in for him that they like parked in like the training facility that like everybody was freaking out about. And it's called an Amortal Chamber. It cost like $160,000. But it was this kind of like anti-gravity kind of thing that you were sitting in and like, just like helping to kind of like, I guess, I don't know, just like make you, I don't feel like 20 years younger. But it sounded so cool. And I was like, God, I wish I could, like sit in one of those for like 5 minutes. And
yeah.
Just, get a little boost.
Can we find one that we can go try? Is there like a place you can go to and try one of them?
We can go to the Rams practice facility and like hang out in the parking lot and see if we can like sneak in there in between guys,
There you go. It's like, you're not always using this. Let us in.
Yeah. I cannot believe that I just let Poppy stack Colson Level and Caleb Williams there.
Oh.
Ugh. Sorry, guys. All right.
It happens.
It does. All right. So she goes Chuba Hubbard there. I'm on the clock. So we're in the 6th round, everybody. That is, if you're listening to this and not watching, that's what's going on here. Oh, I don't know if I should do this or not. Yeah. Judy, I'm going to take a page out of your book and I'm going to double tap tight end.
All right.
I'm going to go Kyle Pitts. He hasn't ruined me yet. He hasn't. I guess I haven't been burned enough. So I'm going to go Kyle Pitts here.
That's okay. Who's going to be his quarterback?
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, I can't believe Tua still has a job.
I 100% agree with you. I cannot believe Tua still has a job. I did hear, I think it was on The Ringer, they made this joke about how like, teams, you want to go out and get a backup that's like similar stylistically to your starter so that the offense can kind of stay the same. And they were like, yeah, Penix and Tua, they're both always injured. So they just went out and got someone who's also injured.
There you go. Yeah.
But I did laugh a little. So
I know. I mean, I know you want somebody that's left-handed, but do you really want them that bad? That was kind of a stretch. I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh.
All right. I got to throw some people into the... Ooh, there's a running back that I just totally forgot about. I think that's fun. Now we're going to start getting into like the guys that kind of like that weird little dead zone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Judy, as soon as you make your pick, tell us a little bit about what inspired you to start Fangirl Football. Let's see, Jane Daniels. I thought I had him in my queue, but Cassie has him now.
All right. I don't love that pick, but we're gonna go with it.
I don't hate, as long as he's fine when he's healthy. You know, I think that's where he gets like the bad rap is that, you know, like sometimes he'll get hurt and stuff like that. And then it's, you know.
Yeah. And in best ball, I like him more.
Yeah.
Than, you know, because he's hit and miss. I don't want to have to be deciding if I'm starting Odunze every week or not. But
that's fair.
Since I don't have to decide, it's all good right now. So
right.
I'll take him and we'll see. I do like Chicago next year, but anyhow. So Fangirl Football. So I noticed that there were a lot of women that were interested in football and even fantasy football, but they didn't have a way to jump in and play or learn to play. So I wanted to create a community where they could ask questions. We have mock drafts and, you know, I spend time online doing private Zooms where teaching them kind of how the interface might work and what they need to do. I get a lot of instant messages during the season when things happen and kind of tech help a little bit too. But anyhow, so I wanted to create that safe environment for women to learn to play fantasy football because we often hesitate and don't want to get into something when it's intimidating. And it can be, for sure. There's so many benefits from playing fantasy football, from connecting with your friends, family, your kids, networking at work, that women need to participate in fantasy football, not just fantasy football, but fantasy sports altogether, and be more involved so you can make those connections and talk sports. Do you agree?
Yeah, I absolutely do. And I think it's the community part is so much what I liked about what you just said there, because I mean, we're looking at a giant community, right? 84 women that are willing to draft in March before we know landing spots, before we know like the rest, how free agency is going to shake out. Like, I think it just brings people together in a way that, you know, like is something that most people like enjoy with sports. And you know, it's something that you can talk about. You know, you're just, you know, like I've made more friends in such random ways because of sports. You know, a really good friend of mine that I'm in his fantasy baseball league, he's the manager of a Wawa down the street that I always stop at. And I was wearing a baseball jersey one day and we struck up a conversation and now we're really good friends. And, you know, just like, and all of these women here that like, you know, I've been able to either meet online, meet in person, you know, like through different events like the Fantasy Football Expo and stuff like that. And it's just been so cool because these are people that I would have never met otherwise, but through fantasy football, you know, and just that we have that shared passion about the sport, and it's incredible. And so I love that so much. I think it really does just fantasy football brings people, fantasy whatever, just brings people together, you know?
Exactly. Sports brings us together, and women need to step into that a little bit more. And I feel like we don't. I've met so many that didn't, and that they were reluctant to participate in it because it just felt like something that, you know, their spouse did. I had one woman last year who joined, and she was brand new, and she told me, yeah, I told my husband to go pick up the kids because I had a mock draft. And I love it. It's like, yes, that's what we want. And it's a lot of fun. Last year we had 16 free leagues and 6 beginner only leagues. And I think this year they'll be moving, you know, to different leagues and participating in more. And they were asking, can I participate in more than one? It's like, yeah, play as much as you want to. So trying to just get everyone involved and stay connected to each other and the games, and I better pay slight bit of attention here. I guess I could go Jalen Warren because Arthur Smith is no longer there, but I'm really kind of not wondering.
And Rico just went. I like the Rico pick. He was definitely in my queue. So
oh yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention now.
Oh, you're good. You've got 14 seconds.
Pressure's on. All right.
Ooh, okay. I like it. I like it. I think the second year in with Liam Combs, I think they're really gonna like be committed to working with him and figuring out like whatever happened with him last year. I think it's hard to figure that out, right? I think there's probably just so many different things that go on with why second year receivers struggle. I don't think we'll ever like be able to pinpoint it on something specific, but he's so talented. Like there's just, I think that's great value that you got on him there in the 7th round.
Yeah, he was going higher last year for sure. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, first round. He was going in first round. I know this because I had him in I had him and Neighbors like stacked on so many teams.
That's amazing. Yeah, we all forgot him.
Yeah. You know, like I'm thinking he's gonna be one. And look, there goes Jacoby Myers too. I like that. I like that a lot. Guys, I put the link to Fangirl Football in the chat. If you want to go check it out, you can find the link there. Make sure to go online and get involved. Like I think it's great. Judy, what's been your favorite part of watching women kind of like enter, the football space right now?
To just learn and grow and ask questions. I think it's just a great space and a great opportunity for everyone. I think one of the things that I was most surprised that happened when we created the community. So think of it as kind of a private Facebook group, but it's not on Facebook. It's, its own little community. Was that we had women like us joining with lots of experience that were willing to answer questions for and mentor other women that had not ever played. So that's kind of been something that I didn't expect. I knew that I was going to get the beginners, but I didn't expect the experienced people to jump in and go, yeah, I'm going to be there too and answer your questions and start the conversation.
I love that. That's, I don't think that you can get enough of women just helping to support other women. I saw that a lot while I was at the combine a couple weeks ago. Wendy, who's in the chat, she's gonna be drafting in a couple weeks, but she and I were there along with Amber Phillips, and we were really fortunate enough to get to talk to like Laura Rutledge and Stefania Bell, and like just like those women being so generous with their time and sharing that with us and just helping, to kind of, answer any of the questions that we had, that kind of thing. It was just really nice. And then there were a lot of other women too that we met that are, doing different content and everything with the group. Deb from the Blonde Blitz, she's going to be drafting in this. We met another girl, Arabia. She does all 32. And it was just so cool and inspiring to meet all these other women. I'm on the clock. But that, just we're so willing to chat, to help out, to answer questions, those kind of things. Because sometimes like girls get a bad rap, right? Like you've got like the mean girls that are out there, like
for sure.
And so it's just nice to see other women being supportive of women, and I love that. I think it's quarterback time now for me.
I think that's coming.
Yeah, I think it's QB time. I think I'm gonna go Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Oh,
I'm just being crazy right now. Like it's March, Judy. We're off the rails. There's ADP's a fake.
Oh my gosh, we have no idea right now. I haven't done half. I've only like scratched the surface at the analysis.
Yeah.
I've finally finished loading all my play-by-play data in the database, but it's just getting started. But I'm excited a little bit earlier this year. So I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be a long off season.
I think so. We'll do some more of these. I took David Montgomery before on that round there. I really like his landing spot in Houston. and I'm excited about him and Woody Marks kind of getting together there.
Yeah.
So
what's
I
that
like him
mean
to start
for
race
Woody
people.
Marks?
I think that this is going to be Sonic and Knuckles South, with how it was with Montgomery and Gibbs. There, I think Montgomery is going to take over that lead role. You're going to have Woody Marks there kind of coming in the back too. And I think they're both going to have value in fantasy. Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Who was that?
I wanted Parker Washington also. No.
What do you think about Parker Washington there? Because you've got him and Myers and Brian Thomas.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to do both Brian Thomas and Parker Washington, and that just didn't happen. So I've got let's see, who am I going to pick right now?
Well, there's I was thinking there's somebody that you mentioned that you probably go grab a little bit later too. I don't want to break the rules and say it out loud. So
I already forgot who they were.
Well, I think we'll figure it out here in a little bit. There's so many good QBs left too. I'm scrolling down and like throwing a bunch of people in my queue here so that I won't have to, stress once it gets down to me.
Oh, well, I just auto drafted because I missed it.
Judy's the one who sniped me on Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Well, if I win this and Dak is the reason, it was because I took too long to decide. There you go.
That's okay.
That happens.
I hope he has a great year because then it means my receivers are having a good year.
There you go. I was really wanting a running back and I was not loving anybody. I think I'm learning that I maybe need to go after running backs a little sooner.
That's me too. And I hate it. I hate having to get a running back early. I really do. But I think sometimes it's probably necessary. Stephanie Miller is in the chat. Stephanie is our resident Dallas fan over here. Stephanie, what do you think about the Lamb Pickens stack that I did? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you indifferent? Let us know in the chat, please.
I guess we're going to be tied together. Yeah. Because
we are.
Me having Dak.
Oh my goodness.
We did. Yeah. We need to trade those, but
no trading in BestBall. That's okay.
I know. So that's a question I have. So the leagues that I put together last year for Fangirl Football, I allowed trades, but people were allowed to object to the trade and not have it go through. It went through a voting period of 2 or 3 days. And I had a lot of pushback on that. People didn't like it. They're like, we're adults. Let us just do our trades.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I feel like there's got to be some regulation in here because you're also strangers. And they're like,
yeah.
Are you teaming up together? I don't know. Or, are you putting it through? You hate the veto. Okay. So I should get rid of the veto this year. Everyone hates it except me. And I love slow drafting too. There you go.
Here's my thing. I hate trades, period, which is why I'm a terrible dynasty player. I just don't like trading at all. Like I'm stuck with the guys I drafted, or I'm going to piece together what I need via, waivers. So I do not like to trade. I think most of my leagues don't really involve trades. But I think that's just me. Like, I never feel like either the people that are proposing the trade, like it's never really, really, truly fair, right? Like somebody's definitely trying to take advantage of the other party most of the time, I think. Maybe not all the time. Maybe there's, several people out there that are, have good intentions. I don't think so though. So I'm not a big trade person. I don't like it. And then I think if you are going to trade, you guys are both grown adults. You just got to do, unless it's collusion, that's different. Unless there's some sort of collusion going on. And then I think commissioners got to step in and do something about it. But yeah, I think we're all grown. We're all grown adults. You just make your decisions for yourself.
Be it, it's just going to go through. And if I see something that's really, standing out, then I'll object. But I actually like trades. It is kind of funny because a lot of times in drafts, I will just take the best player available. There was one year that it was a tight end premium league, and I was getting kind of irritated because people were taking my players were going right before I wanted them. And I took like 4 tight ends. And I'm like, fine, I'm just going to trade these away. And then nobody would trade with me.
No.
Yeah. So, oh, the Titans just agreed to restructure with Ridley. That's kind of interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had forgotten Ridley was in the league. I'm just kidding. Ridley burned all of us last year big time. I don't know. I don't know that I'm ready to roll the dice on him again.
I can't say that I am either.
Let's see. I'm gonna push this up just a smidge. Baker and Purdy go off the board. They were in my queue. I was kind of hoping for Purdy on the way back. Really kind of interested to see what that offense looks like now that Mike Evans is over there. Judy, are you just devastated that Mike Evans is not a Buck anymore?
Not really. He was older. I was ready to move on. I don't know. I think more than devastated that he's not a Buck. I wish he would have just retired. I don't know. We'll see what he does in San Francisco, but the injuries are starting to kind of get up there. And I'll never think of him as something other than a Buck. So he can go play there and then he'll come back here and retire. I kind of see him coming back and retiring. It's, like, I think Tampa just in general has had, like all of our big stars and the different sports leave, like Longoria left and Steven Stamkos with the Lightnings left. Now he's a Predator and a Nashville Predator. Let me just clarify. He's a Nashville Predator. That's such a horrible name for a team. But now Mike Evans is gone. It's tough, right? It's hard to forget it's a business sometimes. You get used to having your favorite players around, but yeah, definitely.
I kind of wonder what would have happened like if he had been healthy last year and had, broken the record, had another 1,000 yards, like if that would have been a little bit different. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he does retire if he's able to like break the record after that. But I don't blame him for, testing out free agency. Go get your money, man. Like, I don't blame anybody for doing that.
I was surprised that they paid him as much as they did. So, go get it. See what you can do. See if he can stay healthy for another season. Yeah. I did like having him here with Godwin because I felt like together I had one receiver. One of them was going to be healthy, but that receiver room was getting a little crowded. So I do understand why they went ahead and took what they could for him. Or, well, they let him go. So they investing in the other younger players.
Yeah. And I it's going to, open up things for Ibuka, who I love. One of my favorite rookies from last season. I still need my creamsicle Ibuka jersey for next year.
Yep. Definitely. I'm excited for what it's going to open up for Ibuka and McMillan. So that should be fun to see.
All right. Poppy is on the clock. We are wrapping up the 9th round here. Let me scroll up. Hopefully everybody can see that. Guys, just a reminder, it's 20 rounds with our best ball league today. Judy, do you have like a certain like roster construction that you like to do in best ball? Do you like to do, like how many running backs, a certain number of like quarterbacks, anything like that?
I don't have a certain number. Well, quarterbacks, I'm usually 3. 3, 4 if there's somebody I'm, going to take a chance on.
Yeah.
But I'm not really looking for more than that. 3 solid ones is good. This draft is a little interesting because the quarterbacks went pretty quick and I auto drafted Dak, which is not usually my quarterback that I'll go to. So I don't know. I like to focus more on wide receivers and running backs, and I'm not loving the running backs, and I've only got one. Every year it's a little bit different because it feels like we change where the strengths are. I feel like we've got a lot of, not a lot, but in years past, I think like last year, I felt like going into last year, we only had a couple tight ends that I thought were star tight ends. And now I think we're up to like 6 that kind of make that cut. So, and particularly since I snagged 2 of them, I'm not really worried about getting another one. I'll take maybe another one pretty late, but I don't necessarily feel like I have to have one. Right now I'm worried about running backs, but I don't have certain numbers. I'm just going to fill my team with a lot of them, as many as possible. So, how about you? Do you have any specific roster constructions here?
So I went in this particular one. I'm normally like, either if I'm going to take like a really good quarterback, I'm only going to go 2, right? But I kind of waited for a minute. So since I've got Dart and Goff, I'm probably going to go grab somebody else here at the, towards the end. Maybe get, maybe one of our rookies, maybe one of like our, some guys that are hanging around. There's still good options at quarterback out there if you look through the queue a little bit here. And you know what I did last year in one draft is that like I took Jameis. It's like my last pick.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
because he's gonna get in at some point, right? He's gonna get in there. He's gonna start a couple games. He's gonna, just like probably give you a like, the 6 for 6 kind of game. Who knows? Like 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I don't know, something crazy. But I always like to do that. Like if there's some fun player who's available towards the end, like that's always something I kind of like to do. I mean, as far as like running backs go, like it depends on like your build, right? Or your roster requirements. But I don't like to have like a ton like you. I don't really love taking them that many or that early. But I was getting a little worried in this draft, which is why I kind of took Kenny Gainwell right there now that he's in Tampa. A little bit different of a situation for him coming out of Pittsburgh. Like I think he had like a really great year last year, really impressed, with what he brought to the table there for the Steelers. So out of the ones that were available still, I kind of liked him a lot. So I was like, well, we'll just go ahead and grab him. Didn't really love the receivers that were kind of in this round as much. So that's why I kind of did that. But I tend to take more receivers. That's just usually how I go. Like I usually am probably going to do around like, I don't know, 6 to 7 receivers, maybe 8 if we're going to get crazy with it. Tight end premium, I'm definitely going to go after a couple more tight ends here. Because you'll get your guys who are like touchdown dependent towards the end. And that's all you really need them for. You need them for the day that they go off for like 2 touchdowns, National Tight End Day or something. They get in the end zone a couple times. Like that's all you're looking to, have them contribute. You're not looking for them to be your starters at this point in the 10th round here.
Definitely. How much do you let the order of the players dictate who you're taking next? Because sometimes there are players that are, they're down here further than I think they should be given their new situation.
Yeah.
But you don't want to just go dumpster diving down there when it's not on everyone else's radar yet. At the same time, you don't want them to slip away.
Exactly. And it's tough now because it's so early, right? Like I don't have a good like feel as to where a lot of these guys are going because it's March, right? This is definitely my first draft. This is probably later for a first draft for me than it has been in the past. I normally am drafting like Super Bowl weekend. So Super Bowl weekend. I'm normally drafting Super Bowl weekend.
Oh my gosh.
For this. But listen, everybody who's watching right now is a complete degenerate just like we are. So they all are out there. They're just as bad. But like I think in this particular draft now, like we're talking about like just drafting early, go get your guy. If there's a guy that you want, I mean, don't be crazy. Like you don't need to go take Jameis in the 11th round. Okay. If you're a big Jameis fan, right? No, but like you can wait. But if there's somebody that you want and you're worried that he's not going to come back to you, it's early enough. We still ADP is kind of shaken out a little bit. Like just go for it. Just go grab him. That way you're going to be happy. You're not going to be upset that you missed him. Because inevitably what's going to happen, right? Somebody's going to come to your mind and you're going to think, oh, I'll get them in a couple rounds. And then before you know it, somebody has sniped him, right in front of you.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Stephanie prefers not to say how many she's on. Stephanie, is it more or less than 30? Let's see. Only 120. See, these are the degenerates right over here. I told you, Judy, like if they're watching right now, they're absolutely, it's more than 50, more than 100. It's like that meme of what's his face? Where he's like more, you know what I mean? I can't think of who it is now. Anyway, doesn't matter. You guys all know what meme I'm talking. There goes Kyler. Right with Malik Willis in the 11th round.
Oh my gosh. So Malik Willis is interesting.
Yes. I agree.
Let me
Stephanie, I love it. Stephanie, you're definitely coming on when you draft, so you can talk to us about your 111 drafts. So
oh my gosh, 111. Wow. But yeah, so Malik Willis, the whole changing of the coaching staff in Miami and bringing in the defensive coordinator from
Green Bay. Yeah.
And now for some reason, I can't remember his name now, but okay. So he's the head coach now. And the first thing he does is he goes out and he gets Malik Willis.
Yeah.
That tells me something.
I think Malik was okay. So I'm a Packer fan. We got to see some Malik Willis over the last couple years when Jordan Love has been injured. I don't really know what to expect let me make this pick real quick. And then, Aaron's on the clock. I thought I was on the clock. Okay. Well, so I think he's got a lot of great attributes, right? I think he's going to be fun in fantasy. I don't know what I don't know. I would assume they're kind of rebuilding in Miami right now, with their situation. So I do like Willis. I don't know that he's like a long-term, option for them. I think he's going to be a great runner. You've already got that with Achan, whatever. Oh, good. She took Charbonnet. All right.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
I'm only allowed to take him in so many drafts because I love some Zach Charbonnet. I'm going to take Jaden Reed, homer pick there. But I just don't know. I mean, if you're behind, right, and you need him to throw a lot to catch up, I just don't know that he's capable of that. I think he's a great player. I think he's a really great person. I think, like everybody has probably seen that clip of him, from the combine his year that he was drafted, like giving, like clothes to the homeless person in Indianapolis. I think he's a really good kid. And I think he does have a lot of talent. And obviously they're very familiar with him from their time in Green Bay. Cause you've got, I think, is that their GM was also from Green Bay. And so you've got a lot of that, familiarity there. And so that wasn't a big surprise to me that he signed there. I'm glad he got paid. Again, glad anybody's getting paid. Go get your money.
Right.
So I think it'll be a nice little change of pace down there in Miami. So
yeah, definitely. It just screams that somebody's that confident about you to make that move. When they move. And so I'm super curious to see what happens.
Yeah. That's intriguing. Hang on. I want to look at the board real quick. Is there anybody that's got 3 QBs yet? No, everybody's got 2. I feel like, there's one that I just saw, and I feel like if I wait, he's not going to be there going back now, but I don't know that I need another one. But, let me look and see who else is available. Oh, I'm so tempted to do it.
I'm curious now.
I only have 11 seconds left. If I'm going to do it, I better commit. Yeah, why not?
Sam Darnold. All right. That's not bad.
Yeah. That's so unlike me to take that many quarterbacks, but whatever. All right. So Nick has a question for you, Judy. He wants to know, do you think Arizona is going to release Benson, or do you think he's going to beat out the Connor Algier combo?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of hoping he's going to beat him out. That's what I'm leaning towards, that he's going
Ooh.
to be the back. I'd release Connor, but I don't know that they can move on Connor. It's going to be interesting, but
I was curious about Algier signing there. I really had him pegged to go to Seattle. So when he signed with Arizona, I was really surprised about that.
I am surprised too. And how much are they going to let Algier run? Will it be as much as he did in Atlanta?
Right. And that was the thing too. I thought, okay, well, it's free agency, he has an opportunity to go somewhere else, maybe get a little bit more, one-on-one time, right? But then going to Arizona, it's like now you went from like a 2-headed monster to a 3-headed monster. So
Yeah. But I think they learned
understand.
last year, they may keep them all.
Yeah.
I think they learned last year, you can't have enough.
Mm-mm.
They literally had nobody to run.
No one.
And we're, scraping it together. So maybe they'll just keep them all. Oh, what are we going to do here?
All right. So we are in the 12th round. Ah, Woody Marks. I love it. I love it. I was telling myself I couldn't take him too, since I already, too much in on that.
Yeah.
I can't have all of both Texas teams. I can't have the entire offense from both teams. So I got to chill out.
So that is one of the things that I will see women that come in. It's not just women, actually. I've seen men do it too, that are brand new to fantasy football, and they come in and they're like, this is my team. And I literally watched like somebody draft the entire Steelers team, and they even had like Steeler players that I didn't even know existed. And I'm like, dude, you drafted like the third tight end on the team. What did you just do? And it's like, no, you can't draft like that. No. So I've seen people do that, which is super interesting, but not something I ever thought about doing. But
I mean, you can draft like that. And I hope that everybody in my leagues does draft like that, please. Judy, what do you think about handcuffs though? So like, speaking of taking players from the same teams, like, are you a handcuff kind of girl? Are you like, yes, I need the extra running back, or do you want to take somebody else's handcuff?
I usually do not. I would rather take somebody else's handcuff. I'm not picking up the handcuff. If I feel like I need the handcuff that bad because they're not going to be around, then I'm probably not drafting them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very leery of injuries, which is, I think it gets back to the whole Trey Benson, James Conner, situation and all the injuries that go on there. And if you can stack up on a position that you think is important, then you need to do it.
Yeah. Oh, Rashid Shaheed goes in the 13th. He just got paid. What do you think about Michael Pittman in Pittsburgh now?
I wasn't a big Michael Pittman fan.
Yeah.
And I'm a Colts fan, or I try to be a Colts fan most days.
It can be tough sometimes.
The recent years have been really difficult. I'm not a Daniel Jones fan either, but so I don't know what it's going to mean. Last year, I really thought we were going to see great things out of DK Metcalf, and that didn't really happen. So is Pittman being there going to change that? Is he going to add to it, or is Metcalf just going to fade away?
Yeah, that I don't know. And then like, we don't know for sure if Aaron Rodgers is coming back. And if he's not, I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback.
This is true.
That's yeah. He just likes to keep everybody waiting. Listen, I love me some Aaron Rodgers. He's probably one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, but I get it. Y'all, I know he's weird. You guys don't need to tell me he's weird. I know he's weird.
Yeah. So when will he sign? Should we pick like a date?
It'll be
when
like,
he might sign.
Yeah, like when he likes to try to take like attention away from other things. So maybe like around like the draft or something like that. Who knows?
Oh, I'm on the clock. Oh no.
Let's bring
Oh,
that down a little bit so everybody
we're
can
getting into a difficult zone here.
Yeah, so we're in round 13. So here's kind of an idea of who's gone off the board recently. So ending at 12. So we had Dubs, Mason, Concepcion, the rookie. They are followed in the 13th by Shahid, AJ Barner, Fernando Mendoza goes. Jaden Higgins, who is on my queue. Ooh, Tyrone Tracy. There we go. I like it. Stephon Diggs. We don't know where he's going to land. Juwan Jennings, also a free agent. And Cam Ward.
You can see these running backs here, 3 running backs in a row that are, I'm hoping one of them works out.
You should be fine. I think I like the Woody Marks one probably the most out of that, but I think Tyrone Tracy also has value because look, Cam Scadaboo's fun. I get it. Cam Scadaboo is a lot of fun, but if he keeps playing like that, he's going to have some more injuries to deal with, so he needs to chill.
Well, and coming back from that significant of an injury isn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
He won't just pop back into where he was and the performances that he was giving us last year, I don't think. So it's going to be a little bit of a long road, I'm afraid, for him.
I think so too. I think I probably need to go. I've got 3 running backs. I think I can hold off on that for a little bit. I think I need to get another receiver here. For me, I think Aaron is up right now. Now, yeah, you're right. This is a really weird.
Well, and because of free agency, it's even more strange because, you're sitting here looking at Debo, who's a free agent going, well, where's he going to be? Or Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Where's he going to be? And we have no idea. The running backs are super interesting. The most interesting one to me is Brian Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
He signed the 1-year deal, I guess, last August with San Francisco. And I personally thought McCaffrey was going to spend some more time being unhealthy and we were going to see more Brian Robinson. We didn't. McCaffrey played a whole season. I don't know that McCaffrey's ever played 2 whole seasons in a row.
Right. Right.
So what do we expect this year and why haven't they re-signed him?
I think those are really good questions. And I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. I'm terrified of CMC at this point because, it's like the year that you don't take him, he goes off like he did. And then the year that you take him, the substation's going to get him finally. So I don't know. That just, it makes me so nervous.
Yeah, definitely. And then another player that I'm kind of curious if he's going to come back and make any impact is Jonathan Brooks.
Yes,
in
finally.
Carolina. We thought, we were drafting him and then he's going to come in and then he gets re-injured. And now he's been out, like a whole nother season?
Right,
and I'm kind of wondering, is he going to contribute this year? Is he finally going to be on the field?
Yeah.
But these are all, between the free agents and the injuries that are sitting out there, it's like, what are we going to see? And some players are just getting a little bit older.
Right.
What do you think of Sean Tucker? I'm seeing
Sean Tucker.
Too.
I love Sean Tucker. I'm gonna take another tight end.
Oh, you're on the clock. Nope. Okay.
I just grabbed Jake Tonjes. With Kittle being out, I figured I could at least get some work out of Tonjes there. For a while until Kittle returns. Kittle, that he got injured really late, so who knows how long he's going to be out. But no, I've always been a big Sean Tucker fan. I am now. Did the Bucs cut him, or was his contract up? Or I'm not sure, but he had like 7 or 8 touchdowns last year. It was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to why he's not with a team yet, because I'm pretty sure, right? He's not. Is he not? I don't know. I need to look it up here.
They still have him listed with Tampa Bay.
Okay. I thought I heard that that was going to change or something like that. Because I remember seeing it and thinking like, why? Like Rashad White's going to go somewhere else for sure. Like, why are we getting rid of Sean Tucker?
Yeah.
Because I mean, he did great last year when needed, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we've
he's
got
still on
another.
there. I'm gonna have to Google it and find out where I saw that now because I definitely know I'm not that crazy. 20 months removed from energy.
Oh my gosh, really? 20 months. I knew he didn't play last year, but oh my gosh. I hope he comes
Okay,
back.
so they put a restricted free agent tender on Tucker for about 3.5 million, trying to keep him for 2026. Okay. All right. So he's got to sign it. It looks like he hasn't signed it yet. So he's just waiting to see if he gets an offer later and then the Bucks can match it. At least that's what Google AI is telling me. So everybody take that for what it's worth. Oh, tight end run here in round 14. I guess I kicked it off with Tonjes, then Chig. Now he's in Washington. That's interesting. Hawkinson, Theo Johnson, David Njoku, who has not signed anywhere yet. Round that out. Where is Kirk Cousins going to end up?
The broadcast booth? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't ask where he should end up.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, Vegas is the only one that I can think of, right? Because now they've got Kyler in Minnesota, so that's not going to be an option now.
Yeah, I don't. There are quite a few places. Is New Orleans really going to go with Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew? Is that the plan?
Oh wait, no, Brissett's in Arizona still, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Arizona. Yeah. Gardner Minshew and Brissett are in Arizona. But is that their plan?
I mean, as somebody who's super in on Trey McBride, I hope it is. I hope so. And Michael Wilson, I mean, like they were losing games. It did not matter. Jacoby Brissett was just chucking that ball, and I love it. But I mean, if they want to win, I'm not sure that that's the right decision. But I mean, let's be real. Come on, Cardinals. There's only one Cardinal fan that I actually know of who might be offended by that, but it's not like they're gonna, win the division or anything this year. So
no, they're just. I looking through these rosters. I'm like, this can't be the plan. What are you guys doing?
Surely this is not what you guys are gonna go into the season with.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got, Baby LaFleur is their head coach now. I say, is it Mike? It's Mike LaFleur because Matt is ours. So I think, yeah, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some interesting coaching situations too.
Yeah.
The one I think that I was most surprised about. So we had 10 head coaching changes and 20 offensive coordinator changes. I had no idea it was that many until I started sorting through everyone. I'm like, 20 teams are getting new offensive coordinators. The quarterbacks have to be crazy. But so Cliff Kingsbury left Washington and they put in David Blau. How do you even say his name?
I think it's Blau. I think David Blau. Yeah.
Yeah. The one that was the quarterback. Yeah. Quarterback came from Purdue. They put him in as offensive coordinator. And he basically doesn't have a whole lot of experience. He was Jaden Daniels' quarterback coach his rookie year. And that was it. And then I was reading that they actually blocked him being interviewed for a head coaching job at one point.
Really?
I'm like, who would hire him? He's got no experience. And now we're just tossing him in. Yeah. So there are just a lot of situations that make you shake your head and wonder how they're happening at all. And I am on the clock again.
All right, make your pick and then tell me who's your favorite coaching hire for this year. Oh, I guess I need to start looking at running backs again, as much as I don't want to.
My favorite coaching hire this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a lot of weight in coaches. My favorite change is probably Clint Kubiak going to the Raiders.
Yeah.
He deserved a head coaching job. So, and getting rid of Pete Carroll and the Pete Carroll Chip Kelly experiment is over, and maybe that team can finally kind of move forward. So he's definitely one of my favorite changes for this year. I feel like the Giants got a giant upgrade with John Harbaugh as well.
Yeah.
Which I don't usually like. Somebody hiring a coach that's already kind of had a shot and didn't do great, but Harbaugh's an exception, and I think he can definitely make a huge difference to that team. I'm kind of the one that I don't like Mike McCarthy for the Steelers. It's like, come on, Steelers.
Same. What are we doing?
Why would you do that? Why would you get rid of Tomlin and bring in McCarthy? It's like, it's old, it's stale. Let's do something new. So
if Brittany's still in the chat, Brittany's a big Steelers fan. I want her to chime in on that. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. I just don't know why you wouldn't want to go with some of the newer, like younger guys that were available this year.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. So teams I'm super interested to see how they play out this year, see if they can keep building. Jacksonville and Lim Cohen, and then Dave Canales in Carolina. Those are the two that I'm definitely watching to see if they can keep building, because I've been kind of impressed by what they've been doing.
Let me ask you real quick, because you took Travis Hunter. So how do you feel about how they're going to be using him this year? And are you excited to see him in year 2 now?
I'm excited to see him in year 2, see if he can stay healthy too. And it's kind of, let's just see what we can, it was around 14. He's definitely a talented player. He was the most talented player on the board. So I'm willing to, in BestBall, see if it can shake out.
Well, that's why I liked it, because you were getting really good value on that pick. Even if he's not playing, offense full time, you're still going to get, you're going to get something out of that. So I like that a lot there.
Yeah.
God, all the running backs here are so gross. Oh my gosh.
The quarterbacks are worse, I think.
Yeah, I think. Well, thank God I'm done on QBs.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get one.
Ugh. I was gonna look up depth charts, and I was like, I'm just gonna get disgusted if I actually have to look that up. just take one. Yeah. There's another one actually who's, I don't want to jinx it. He's still out there. I need to look that up. I took Chris Rodriguez now that he's in Jacksonville, going there from Washington. He had some usage last year there. I mean, we're in round 16 at this point, so I'm just hoping for a bye week fill in at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
There is somebody. Let's see. Oh. It's so fun. When you were looking at the depth charts, was there anybody that was on a depth chart that you had no idea was there, and it was like such a big surprise to you? Anybody that's coming to mind?
Yeah, actually, it was one that just happened, and I did not realize that Rachaad White was in Washington.
Wait, Rachaad White is in Washington now?
That's what it says.
What?
Yep. So had no idea that one had transpired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know about that either.
Because when you mentioned that he went to Washington, I'm like, well, who do they have left? And yeah, Rashad White's sitting there.
Oh, man.
Caleb Johnson with Steelers, I thought he was going to be great.
Right.
And then he fumbled once and they just wouldn't give him the ball again. I auto drafted Jameis Williams by accident because I had him sitting there and I was talking too much.
That's right. Okay.
Maybe I should talk on another show. I'll talk during a draft that I'm not doing next time.
That's okay. Look, it's never a mistake to take Jameis. Like, you're going to get 1, maybe 2 games out of him, and it's going to be the highlight of your fantasy season to watch that because it's going to be so exciting and so much fun. I'm going to be so upset when he retires and then we don't have, but I actually, you know what? Maybe not, because hopefully he'll go into broadcasting somehow. Because he's just like a complete joy to watch.
Gosh.
In
so
any
much
capacity.
Fun to watch. Yes.
Do you know that on his TikTok channel, he will like go on and do these like really like inspiring, motivational, just like couple minute, spiels. And it's just, again, just anything that he does is just, it sparks my joy.
Yeah.
Kondo. It's so great.
I agree. He's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's just great. But yes, I will be cheering for him if he gets in.
Yeah.
He is great TV. It just doesn't get better than him.
No.
There's not another player with a more positive attitude than him.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Exactly. He's just that's why I like watching those TikToks. He's just so positive and like I think the one that I saw yesterday was just like I think he's like on the Empire State Building or something like that, doing a TikTok. And he's just talking about, like, you got to be present where you are and stuff. And I was like, that's right, Jameis, you do have to be present where you are.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I love that we don't have kickers in this league.
Oh, this is the best. No kickers, no defense. No, thank you.
Kickers drive me crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want any part of that. Damn it. That was like the one running back that I could tolerate.
Tank.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I could do that. The options here are, well,
Brian
honestly,
Robinson, I liked.
Yeah, they're all
just moved to the top, but yeah,
like,
we're getting down there. This is where you wish you knew where the rookies were going to.
Right.
Let's see.
This is fun though, because like somebody's gonna grab someone who you don't know it yet, but is gonna make a huge difference on a team or in fantasy. Yes, Mr. Scamper, Samaje Perine is still available. I will break the rule here and talk about players that haven't been drafted yet. Samaje Perine is still available. Oh man, I'm scrolling through the and now we're starting to get to the names and I'm like, who is this?
Oh wow. We are really down there.
Trey here. Devin Neal. Who the number team 2, Alicia, Amanda, guys. Stop taking my backup running backs here. Come on. Is Brandon Ayuk gonna play?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That video that he made of him like driving past the 49ers stadium was unhinged.
I missed that. I'm gonna have to go look it up.
Oh, look that up. Yeah, because that was something. Maybe this is when do you like to take rookies, Judy? Like, when is we're in round 17 now, so they're all going to start going, but like, when do you feel like it's a good spot to take them? I
don't like to take rookies in March is the problem. Like, I want to know what situation. Are you going to the Jets or are you going to the Rams?
Right. So,
because it makes a big difference, at least to me.
Definitely.
So I have a really hard time taking any rookies in this one. Anyone that is definitely going to be drafted outside of the top, outside the first round. I'm not even looking at in this draft because it really is going to depend on the situation they get drafted into, what impact they can have on day one. And I thought about that, and I pulled some data yesterday for it. And last year, I was actually surprised that, at least in PPR leagues, Ashton Genty, I know he went in the first round. He was way down. He was like 14th for running backs, but I was surprised that he was the top point scoring rookie last year, because I thought it was like T-Mac or, Ibuka, and it wasn't. It was Genty, just he delivered so much less than we all expected from him. But then I went back to the 24 season, and we had quite a few impact rookies. We had Jaden Daniels for one, that kind of lit everything on fire. But that was a better year for rookies. And looking through the rookies this year, obviously quarterbacks maybe one, but I don't feel like we're going to have a great performance from quarterbacks. I'm just not feeling it this year on the rookies at all. And maybe it's because we haven't had the draft, and I don't know what situation that they're going to be in. And so I'm not there yet. But how do you just went to the combine.
Yeah.
Did anyone, pique your interest and get you excited for the draft?
Who actually I really kind of liked, and he's not been taken yet. He didn't go in Wednesday's draft, so I don't even know if he'll go here. But he is a tight end out of North Carolina State, Justin Jolie. And he was actually one of the first guys that I got to interact with at the combine. And one, just an absolute joy to talk to. He was fantastic, and just so much enthusiasm and energy. And I just really liked kind of the vibes that he was giving off. And then when it came time to do like the workouts and everything, he did great. I think he surprised a lot of people. So he definitely kind of moved up for me with somebody that I really wasn't even thinking about going into the combine. Because, like, obviously, like your Kenyon Sneak, like that's going to be like your main guy that everybody's thinking of for the rookie tight ends. But he was one that has kind of made my board as, somebody that I'm definitely looking at like towards the later rounds for formats like this. Like, like you're not going to be taking him in a redraft. You're not going to do any of that. Like, if anything, if something happens, he ends up in a great landing spot. Maybe you're, getting him off waivers, a few weeks into the season or something like that. And that's probably like best case scenario. But if you're looking at deeper leagues, best ball leagues, like he's somebody that kind of piqued my interest a little bit. That was kind of outside of the big names that, like like your Carnell Tates, your Mekhi Lemons, your Jeremiah Loves, like all those guys, So yeah, he's just one that I just got a good feeling about. Like, I want good things for, All those guys were so fun. I can't think of anybody who, was really kind of didn't give off, just made you gave you the ick a little bit this year. Everybody was great. At least the ones that I didn't interact with anybody who I thought was strange or like,
oh, that's
like,
good.
That's weird. Yeah.
No, definitely good.
Yeah, Steph, you're definitely right. Like, this is definitely a weaker class overall. So
yeah,
it's tough.
Exactly. And it feels like it.
Yeah. It does.
Maybe we'll get some good second year performances since we didn't get the good first year ones.
Yeah. I'm like looking at my queue right now. And so who all did I have in here? I had Katron Allen on my queue. I had Torrey Horton. I did like Ryan Flournoy, but I was like, you can't have another Dallas receiver. You can't do that. You've already got two. So I was like, well, at least they're getting, drafted the guys that I had in my queue. So at least you can feel good about that. We are coming into the end of the 18th round here. We have got Rachel's on the clock. We're going to be going into the 19th, wrapping up here in just a few minutes with the 20th round. I'll just give you a quick review of who. Oh, there we go. JJ McCarthy, homer pick. Rachel taking your Minnesota. quarterback there. But yeah, so we just went Caleb Johnson, Eli Stowers, rookie tight end, Evan Ingram from Denver, Cooper Kupp, and then McCarthy. So Rachel's on the clock with her second pick, first pick in the 19th round. We'll see what these next few rounds leave us, guys. It is not pretty. It is definitely not pretty. I want to know if you guys are still in the chat, you're still watching, like, who's your favorite team overall that's being drafted? See what everyone's favorite draft picks are so far. Rachel, you have 10 seconds left. Who are you going to take? 9, 8. There we go. Keon Coleman, Buffalo. All right. Let's see. Oh, Marvin Mims. Well, he was on my list too. I can't believe that he was still available in the 19th round. Naylor. I don't know if you guys knew this. I didn't realize that Naylor signed in Vegas until like just yesterday. Judy's so disgusted with this last round of the draft that it was making her cough.
Yeah. Wow. I love Naylor.
Yeah.
That pick.
That pick was great because, I mean, he really kind of, like he had some time to shine a little bit last year. So that's great for them, adding another weapon there for Mendoza, to kind of bring in Rashard Smith. There it goes, in the 19th round. That'll be interesting. I wonder who are the other, what does that depth chart look like in Kansas City as far as their running backs go? I'm kind of curious about that. Like, let's pull that up real quick. Obviously, Ken Walker. Oh, they have Amari DiMercado from Arizona. So one less person in Arizona. Oh, my God. QBs. Judy, I don't know if you knew this. Jake Haener is in Kansas City.
I did not.
I didn't know that either until I just looked at it. Guys, did you ever see his pictures from when he was in New Orleans? His rookie, that weird photo shoot that was going around of him. That's literally the only thing that I remember about Jake Haener, other than the fact that he is a quarterback. That's absolutely it. If you guys haven't seen those pictures, look up Jake Haener, New Orleans Saints. I'm sure it's the first thing that will come up when you Google it. But those pictures, that photo shoot it's top tier. It's amazing. Cole Kmet. Somewhere Jim Bednar is very happy. Cole Kmet going in the 19th round. His favorite sleeper.
How is he still there? 19.
I have no idea. Because they use him. Ben Johnson likes to use his two tight ends. So, Definitely. He'll get some work. He'll get some work for sure.
I missed him.
I did too. Same. I'm going to need everybody to stop taking all these randos that I keep throwing in my queue, because I'm not going to have anybody left by the time it gets to me. Ugh. These are rough, guys. Huh. Who just went? Seriously, on auto pick, Emmanuel Wilson just went. I literally, he's been sitting in my queue forever. He signed, he's in Seattle as well. Former Green Bay Packer. So a little familiarity there with him. That was rude. Auto draft just screwing me there. Man, last couple picks here. Let's try to find somebody. Well, within the next 27 seconds. Let's see. I've got 3 tight ends. Do I make it 4? Guys, sorry, giving everybody seizures with the moving the board around. Oh, that's a fun one. All right, that's what I'm going to go do. There we go. I'll go grab me a backup tight end as well with Dawson Knox. They just re-signed him. Nick, if you're still in the chat, how do you feel about Dawson Knox? Because I feel like every once in a while he's going to grab, like a touchdown here and there, and that's all you're asking for out of your 19th pick.
Definitely. I think, yeah.
Oh, there's another tight end too. I can't go back-to-back tight ends. Emmanuel should have been gone, Stephanie. I absolutely agree. I was leaving him sitting in my queue for a while, hoping that no one would realize that. I think I have to take another running back here.
How many do you have?
That's a great question. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide receivers. And 4 tight ends. And 3 quarterbacks. Okay. Which Miami backup running back do I want? Do I want Jalen Wright or Ollie Gordon? Right.
Am I supposed to answer that?
This is such
or am I supposed to take
question.
one of them?
Neither. Because here's my options. Yeah, I think Ollie is probably who I was looking at. That was the first one on my list. I like him a little bit better than Jalen Wright.
I do like him.
Erica Brown happy if I take Ollie Gordon. Ugh. What a Sophie's choice to have to make there. 20th round, guys. Wrapping it up. An hour and 30 minutes. Those of you that stayed with us hanging out on this lovely Saturday afternoon, thank you for doing that and spending your Saturday with us. Guys, we're going to have another one of these women's best ball tournaments going on Monday, this coming Monday. We are going to be drafting. That is going to be on the 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Guys, that's going to be the Carly Ursay Gordon division, our Indianapolis queen there. We got a lot of fun players that are going to be drafting in that draft. A lot of new players in the tournament are going to be drafting in that one. And I've got Louis G is going to be joining me as co-host. So it should be a lot of fun. Monday night, 8 p.m. Make sure to join us for that. Make sure to give us a like, a subscribe, a follow so that you're going to get notifications when we're going to be drafting. We've got that one coming up next Thursday on the 19th. We've got the Stefania Bell division going. On the Sunday, the 23rd, got Mina Kimes division, Amy Trask division's going Wednesday, the 25th. And then we're going to be wrapping it up with the Cynthia Freeland division on Monday, the 30th. And like I said, guys, if we can get 5 more ladies that want to sign up for a slow draft, we can open up an 8th division. And we'll figure out who to name that after. I'll take some suggestions in the comments. We like to choose an influential woman in football to name after our divisions and everything. And then as always, the winner of every season gets a division named after them the following year. So yeah. Oh, 316 is, we could do Lindsay. Yep. We could. 316 is Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Is he available to help co-host? Does anybody know? Campers, do you have a contact for him? He can join in. We could do like the beer thing that he does. Not really. I don't want to get my room messy, but we have done that before. A few years ago, Andrew Cooper came on and said that if Stone Smart scored a touchdown in the season, he would come back on and we would do the Stone Cold, drink thing. And he sure enough did score a touchdown. So that footage is out there. Judy, you went with Isaac Garendo as your Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is where we are. We got Isaiah Davis, Devin Singletary, Ollie Gordon. Welcome to the 20th round.
Yeah, exactly. We got Mac Jones going. Kirk Cousins did find a team. Yeah, he got drafted. I don't know. I started off pretty strong and then I got distracted talking. So not my best draft, I don't think. But who knows?
Right.
You just never know what's going to happen, especially in March.
Exactly. Judy, before we go, who's your favorite pick on your team?
Favorite pick is probably Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, I agree.
I took Tyler Warren first, but I don't like to pick Colts players because then if they don't do well, you don't want to pick your team's players. I don't anyway. Other people do, but it just drives me crazy then. So I like Tucker Kraft.
I try to limit myself to like one Packer per team if I'm gonna do it, so that I don't, end up getting upset with myself. But I love the Tucker
Exactly.
Kraft pick, and not because I'm a homer. I think he's fantastic. I think he'll be, good for the season. And you can start both those guys. You can start him and Warren in this format, and I love that. And both of those guys are huge parts of their offense. So I love that. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. So who's your favorite?
I'm kind of really excited about the Lamb Pickens double tap there. I'm looking forward to that. Dallas, don't let me down. I feel like I'm asking for trouble with that, but yeah, I think that's kind of a fun pick. I don't normally do that unless it's like I know I've done it with like Higgins and Chase before. But I mean, there's so few teams that you can realistically do that with. But I don't know. I think
definitely.
those two are fun. And I think that'll bring me joy, like watching those games, like and knowing that like they're on that team, that stack. I'll be definitely like checking in on it. Like
Well, and as long as they're doing well,
yeah,
you're going to do well. You don't have to go,
yeah.
well, this week it was CeeDee Lamb and next week it's George Pickens and
Right.
you're doing fine.
Yeah, because I think they can both be supported in fantasy. It's not like it's going to be feast or famine, one or the other. I mean, it may be, but like I don't think it's going to be like that every week. So yeah, something like that a lot. Judy, tell the people, tell everybody where they can find you. And I'm gonna go on real quick and get the Fangirl Football link again and throw that back in the chat so everybody can check it out.
So check out fangirlfootball.com. Sorry, I just can't stop coughing this afternoon. Anyhow, check us out and you can join. It's free to join and join the community. And later this year, we'll be putting together a lot more leagues.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, again, thanks to everybody who hung out with us today, drafted with us, hung out in the chat. Just appreciate you guys so much. And we will be back again this Monday, 8 p.m. Come join us then. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you later.